Hello. Thank you for tuning in for episode 8 and the season finale of the Culture Corner series for this season of the Serenity Resource Connector. We have been going for 8 straight months with the Culture Corner, and Lady Vernon will be coming on later to share a little recap with us of what we have gone through for this series. But before we get there, let me thank you for joining us live. And for those who are going to be watching the replay, it is a pleasure as always to have you here. If this is your first time tuning in, a warm welcome to you. Remember to share the live with others, invite those who need to come on and get some refresher course on old time Jamaican Christmas recipes, because that's what we're going to be starting off with in this episode. And joining me for that discussion is none other than Chef Christopher Brown, a chef de cuisine and culinary instructor. Welcome to the Serenity Resource Connector space and Culture Corner in particular, Chef Brown.
Thank you very much and good evening. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to a good time as we discuss good old Jamaican recipes.
Indeed. And food. Who don't
And
love to hear
of
about food?
course,
It's Christmas time. What is Christmas without food?
that is true.
All right. But we're not just going to be talking about recipes, because, of course, we want to find out we're talking about culture.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hear about some of the flavor and the use of the gungo peas and rice. How do we get it to have that nice taste that you don't even need any meat with it?
It's as I did some research, right? Because I'm saying, the gungo peas, what is it about the gungo peas that makes it so unique, right? And one thing you find about the gungo peas is that especially for the green gungo, I remember growing up as a young man. I mean, green gungo was a thing, for my grandma when it comes to Christmas time. You have to have some green gungo, right? And the green gungo, unlike even the kidney bean, it have a very unique flavor to it. So it doesn't need a lot. It carries the ginger, the thyme, the garlic. It carries them so well. And so that's why when you fuse those with your gungo peas, right? I mean, that rice and peas is second to none. I would tell you, I like the gungo peas over the, can I say, the traditional, kidney bean and rice, right? I would take the gungo peas, over that any time.
You've
That's
got
just
company
me.
over here.
Hmm.
Yes. All right. So, what are some of the uses, though?
All right, so for the gungo peas, generally, in Jamaica, we look at gungo peas and we say, all right, rice and peas, or we say gungo peas soup. But can I tell you, you can use the gungo peas, or, in other parts, they call it the pigeon peas. It's the same thing, right? There's so many things that you can use your gungo peas to do. Say you are somebody who's on the vegan side, or you want to try out something that is healthy. You can use that. You can cook it just the same, and you can mix that with other peas like your lentils and stuff, and you can make nice balls with that. You can puree your gungo peas. You can have a gungo peas puree. That's something that you can serve with your chips, right? So you do your gungo peas, you puree that with some coconut milk, some garlic, some onion, some fresh herbs, and you can have that to use as a dip. You can do stews with your gungo peas, right? So you can do a stew. So the gungo peas now, say you want to like not have so much of the other meat proteins per se. You can do a stew with your gungo peas, right, and have that to carry the flavor. So there's so many things that we can do with the gungo peas, aka the pigeon peas. So it's very versatile.
All right. And I'm sure you have any other recipe that you have to share with us where the gungo peas is concerned?
Right, so like for your gungo peas, a quick recipe that you could do. I mean, we know about our Jamaican gungo peas soup, and we know about our Jamaican gungo rice and peas. But there's another one I want to share with you quickly for this evening, and it's to do a dip with your gungo peas. Right. So what we're going to do for this, we need 1 cup of our green gungo. So 1 cup of green gungo. For that, we'll use 1/4 cup of coconut milk. You need a small onion. You would need 2 pegs of garlic. You need about a teaspoon of fresh thyme. And what you would do now, you would blend all of that together. And what you get is a nice dip that you can use to serve. So you're doing entertaining persons, and you can use that to serve with crackers or anything else that you want to use that with, just something new that you can try out.
What did you say the name of that one is?
It's a dip, so it's just a gungo peas
Oh, it's a
dip.
dip.
Yes.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. So we have our own Jamaican dip.
Of course.
All right. All right. We have to make sure we have that one up on the JCDC page. I
Definitely.
think they're still doing Foodie Friday. I don't, if you all haven't
Mm-hmm.
been watching,
Mm-hmm.
JCDC has been doing some Foodie Fridays. So if you missed those recipes, be sure to check out the JCDC social media platforms for the Foodie Fridays recipes. So I'm hoping
Definitely.
to see this one there as well, Chef.
We'll
All
do. We'll do. We'll
all right.
have it there.
Great. And what is Christmas without sorrel?
Yes. Can I tell you? Can
I
I
start
tell you?
drinking sorrel already, you know.
Mm-hmm. But most Jamaicans, may I tell you, have sorrel from, like, I've had sorrel since last year, and those, I mean, those are, well, can we say they're fermented, they're cured. Yeah, right. As early as it is, I've started out on my sorrel. So yes, like most Jamaican, I've started drinking sorrel already.
That's right. And it's not the one that you pick up in the supermarket, the one that
No,
you
no, no,
grow
no, no,
from
no.
scratch, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So
Mhm.
what are some of the uses of sorrel other than the drink
Mhm.
that
As
we
we
drink?
as we look at, sorrel is one of those, one of the from the hibiscus family. And when we look at the history again, because we're touching on the history, as we look at food, our culture is so rich, coming from, Africans, our ancestors, and many of these items, while they are not indigenous to us here only in Jamaica, there are other regions in the Caribbean, and Africa that still use the hibiscus, use the sorrel. But what makes it so unique is that for us Jamaican, we have a way in taking stuff and owning it, right? And then using it to make it our own. So even though the hibiscus and the sorrel is used so many other places, I mean, when you talk about sorrel, is really one place come to mind, and the reality is that that's Jamaica. It's based on how
Jamaica.
we
That's right.
would have owned the thing, right? So outside of doing your traditional sorrel drink, I mean, the sorrel, like, one thing that you find more popular that is coming out now is sorrel sorbet, sorrel ice cream, and those kind of stuff that you can
Yes.
use your sorrel to do. In more recent time now, you're getting the sorrel cake for Christmas as well. So it's not just the standard fruit cake, where you can get your sorrel cakes as well, right? And it's important to note as well that the sorrel is not just a drink, but it's healthy for you in terms of from a nutritional standpoint. It's something that is really good for us, right? And for your sorrel, I mean, one of the things for me that I love about it is that this thing, and it goes back again to how, our foreparents, they were doing gastronomy long before gastronomy were on the books, right? That they, the ingredients that they would put in the sorrel, right? Again, looking back at myself as a youngster, growing up with my grandma in the country, right? And we had sugar cane, right? And so you find that the sorrel now, because the sugar cane, the rum, the pimento, right? These stuff was stuff that they had on hand, right? And these has the pimento and the rum help to cure and preserve. And so,
Oh,
it's no coincidence why these ingredients end up in the soil, because back then they didn't have the fridges as we do now, and the luxury. And so they had to find ways to really preserve, uh, their food and these things when they make them. And so that's a part of how, you'd have find these ending up in so many of our dishes, not just the sorrel, but, we're talking about, of course, the sorrel for this evening. And so, yeah, right? I'm a big fan of sorrel, right? And I mean, as I say, what is Christmas without sorrel?
Yes,
Yeah.
except for those who might not be able to take it for different
Hmm.
reasons. Because I
Yeah, that's
recently
true.
learned that for water intake, to increase your water intake, you can have the when you draw the sorrel, instead of sweetening it with your
Mm-hmm.
sugar and all of that, you can
Mm-hmm.
just cool it and drink it as is, or you can mix it with the molasses or honey to give it a
Mm-hmm.
little flavor, but it's
Mm-hmm.
you maintain the health benefits of it instead of the
Mm-hmm.
straight water. So that's something else that I learned earlier this week. It was too.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Jane Jerry's in the house. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Jane Jerry. I trust you're enjoying your vacation. For sorry, it is indeed. And yes, as Chef Brown said, sorrel cake. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
see
Of
some ads
course, the
going
sorrel
around
cake.
about the
I'll
sorrel
definitely
cake. So
making
you have
sorrel cake this
options.
Christmas.
Yes, so there are options. All right. And speaking about cake, our traditional Jamaican cake. Tell us
Mm-hmm.
about our traditional Jamaican cake.
AKA the black cake, right? I mean, this is another Jamaican item that it's so unique. When you travel and there's so many person want to taste the Jamaican cake, our fruit cake, and it's simple again because of what we put in it. History would have it that this is coming from another dessert item from the British, and so we transform this now for our Jamaican fruit cake. And
Right.
as you look at the fruit cake, it's how it was made, right? Let's go back again to our looking back at our foreparents, right? And look at the ingredients that goes in the fruit cake, right? Again, the rum is there, right? The red label wine is there. I mean, growing up again as a little lad, when it comes to Christmas time and this time of the year in particular, you- I mean, the red label wine is just always in the
Yes.
house, right? Because then it's time to soak your fruits and all of that, right? And again, it comes back to preserving, right? It comes back to
Yes.
preserving and how they would be able to, make these cakes and have them out and they don't go bad. Even though, you have items in there, like your egg and such forth, right? They don't go bad. And can I tell you, as it is now, right? If you're a person who don't do eggs, you can do your fruit cake without eggs, right? Right. Presently, I have customers and clients who, they're vegan and they don't want to do eggs or dairy. And so we do their fruit cakes for them every Christmas, and there's no egg or dairy in it. So yes, you get versatile and unique, with these items. But I mean, the fruit cake is a staple, right? It's here to stay, right? And it's uniquely Jamaican, right? No one makes it the way we do, right? If you should ask every household, each person have a different twist as to what they put in their fruit cake, right? But
That's right.
yeah, that's a thing. The fruits make it, and again, looking at it, from a health perspective, because you have the fruits in there, your antioxidants and all of that is still there, even though, yes, there's sugar and there's fat, but you can reduce on that, right? You can, it's not set as to say you have to use a standard 1 pound of flour, 1 pound of butter and all of that, right? You can tweak your thing as to how you want it, right?
Right. So for those who don't do eggs, is there a substitute or you just go without the egg?
So you can go without the egg, right? A substitute is, if you want, you can do baking powder, right? Or if you're on the nut side, the persons, you can use flaxseed is good. Flaxseed is a good raising agent, right? So you can use your ground flaxseed as well, and that will help you out. For me, I just go with using. I will do both. I will do both the flaxseed and the baking powder. On average, in general, I generally do for 1 egg, I would do a teaspoon of baking powder, depending on the weight of the cake and depending on how much fruit you're going to put in the cake.
All right. What about those who don't do sugar?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can do less sugar as well. Because generally, you would cream your butter with your sugar, but of course, you can go and you can do less on the sugar side of things as well. All those can be substituted.
All right. So there's no reason to miss out on your cake.
No, no reason at all.
Yes, you just have to
Mhm.
place your order early enough so
Mhm.
you can get it done the way you like it.
That is true.
Jamaican style, uniquely Jamaican. All right. So we are not going to have the recipes on screen because the JCDC takes awesome care of that. And so what
Mm-hmm.
we're going to do is ask you to look out for the different recipes on the JCDC social media platforms. Chef Brown has shared some really great ideas as to what you can do to tweak so if you were just joining us, we talked about gungo peas, we talked about the sorrel, and Jane Jerry was sharing also about fresh sorrel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of us have some not so fresh ones because they have been in the refrigerator for quite some time, right? And your sorrel cake or your Jamaican fruit cake. All right, Chef Brown, anything else you want to leave with us as it relates to recipes? Overtime Jamaican Christmas recipes?
So we covered our fruit cake, we covered the sorrel, we covered the gungo peas. I mean, there is so many other things that we can look at as it relates to Christmas. But we're not going to show everything out here because naturally, as you said earlier, I know Mrs. Jerry, we're coming up with the recipe corn on Fridays. So, I want to say to everyone that there would be additional stuff coming to you from our recipe corner. So look out
Yeah,
for that. Right, and there you will have your recipes up and ready and all of that for you. But for this evening, we just want to say, don't be afraid to try new stuff in your kitchen. Right, you don't have to stick to, the traditional per se in terms of how a fruit cake is made or how a gungo rice and peas is done. You can get. Let me give you another quick one using the gungo rice and the gungo peas. Say you don't want to have the standard rice. Now on the market, couscous, quinoa, those are big, right? Nice nutrient dense item that is packed with protein. And so you can do a salad. A quick one that I can show out before we leave, right, is a gungo pea salad. So I'm seeing a gungo pea salad using couscous, carrots, zucchini, squash, you name it, what you want to put in there. You want to do like a gungo peas and yam salad, right? Yes, we're talking Jamaican. So a good old yellow yam, right? Cut that in cubes, cook your gungo peas and you toss that up and you add some fresh herbs to that. There you go. You have a nice salad to put on the table. So, be creative in your kitchen, right? Don't be afraid to try out new stuff.
indeed. No, you're sending me to go do some research and to remind myself what this couscous is.
Mm-hmm.
I
Just
need.
stay, you don't have to go too far. Stay tuned to our culinary corner on Fridays, right?
Yeah.
From the
All right.
JCDC kitchen, because all of them gonna come at you.
All right. There we go. All right. And Ginger is reminding us about the
Mhm.
managed water.
The
Of
managed water,
course.
of
You can't
course.
have Christmas get together without managed water. No, not
Mm-hmm.
in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have our managed water to start off the family gathering before we
Mm-hmm.
get into the
Mm-hmm. And it's
meat of
not
the
good
matter.
managed water if you don't have the little green banana and that touch of white rum at the end, right? That
What?
makes it.
All right. Thank you
Good
so much,
stuff.
Chef Brown.
Sir, I take it that
Awesome.
everybody's quiet.
Awesome.
Are we
Awesome. Awesome sharing there. And as he indicated, look out for the Friday Foodie Corner on
Mm-hmm.
Fridays on the social
Mm-hmm.
media platform where you'll see more details about the different recipes that you can use. And I trust you're gonna see things that you can use it's you have to be the budgets are kind of tight now. So I'm sure that the JCDC has that covered in terms of what you
Mm-hmm.
can use to
Yeah.
maximize
They're
on
the
the
budget
budget.
friendly, definitely.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Chef Brown. It's been a pleasure having you share with us. Awesome sharing. And we look forward to hosting you and the rest of the culinary team, God's willing, in 2023, so we can get some more information out. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So that was old time Jamaican Christmas recipes. And as you heard, you'll be seeing a lot more of that on Foodie Friday Corner on the JCDC social media platform. And of course, we will be carrying some more of that in the next season of the Serenity Resource Connector when we continue with the Culture Corner. Let's invite on Lady Marjorie Layden Curtin, who is no stranger to us, acting executive director there at the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission. Lady Curtin, it's a pleasure always to share space with you here.
It's my pleasure to be joining you on this special partnership we have with Culture Corner. So it is my delight. And good evening to your viewers also.
Awesome. You want to share with the viewers how this Culture Corner actually got started?
Oh boy, and you know it's been 8 months. You
8 months.
shared. I remember back in April, I believe you had invited me to be a part of this program that you do every first Thursday in the month. It's educational, it's reaching out into the communities, and you invited me. And the fact that I am a part of the JCDC, the focus ended up being the JCDC. At the time, you tried to tell everybody about who I am and when I was a festival queen many, many
Yes.
months ago. And it was through that program we knocked heads, came together, and you sent a proposal to us about having the culture corner. At least we asked, is there any way that ACDC could continue to be a part
Yes.
of your program? Because we found that it is an element, an area that we can use to promote, what we do at the JCDC. And you sent us that proposal and we got the partnership going. And let me tell you, it has been more than excellent. We've been having reviews, people also share how informative, those programs have been. And I remember May, when that now would have been the month we started with the
Yes.
partnership, we actually started focusing on Festival Queen. And if you can
Right.
remember, we had our outstanding reigning queen at that time joining us for the program, Dr. Dominique Reed, the 2021 winner. She's a dentist, had an excellent project where she had worked with children right across the island, and over 590 she saw children cleaning, getting a lot of people involved in extending on that project, cleaning. Over 590 children benefited from that. And then June, we went straight into Festival Queen
Festival
Parish
Queen.
competition. And you
Yes.
had what would I call it? Celebrity guests. Because it was Mr. Michael Nicholson, our famous actor who we call String
String
Beans
bean.
in
Yes.
Jamaica. And he at the time was overseeing the Festival Queen project, the show. And he came on. So you had what we call celebrity guests.
Yes.
It has been exciting. We went all the way down to Independence. And I remember we went live If you
Ye-
remember, we went
from-
live for it. We had
yes, from the Independence
um,
Village.
the village. We were
Yes,
live in the Independence Village. That particular show was the Jamaica Praise Gospel show.
yes,
Sold out the indoors center, sports center, where we hosted these Independence showcase. You saw the crowd. You had people
yes,
joining live. You went live on the stage. It was exciting. I really
yes.
love that. And then we came all the way down to October when we did our heritage, and you had guests featuring Africa, Indian, Chinese, out of many, one
That's
people.
right.
So it has been an excellent journey. And we want to thank you once again for
Pleasure.
offering this partnership and having the Culture Corner. And I remember too, we had asked for half an hour. You remember?
That's right.
And the program was so exciting that we ended up most times taking over your 1 hour.
I think we've only had one half an hour, and that was the very
The
first
very first,
episode. Outside of
yes,
that, there's just so much.
so
Right.
much happening.
Yes. And
The
yes.
JCDC is that agency that oversees, our mandate is really to unearth. We do the training, development. We showcase Jamaicans to
Yeah.
preserve who we are as a people, to preserve this intangible um, history of us, the intangible, who
Yes.
we are as a people, this brand that people love so much, and we have been doing it now for 59 years. Come next year,
60.
JCDC will be
60. 60.
celebrating 60 years as an organization. We just want everyone to come with us on that celebration too.
Right. And the feedback has been really awesome. The program that we had last month,
Oh,
where we
yes,
looked at the creative writing, the feedback from that has been really
really good also. You
right. As a
see?
matter of
Hmm.
fact, as a matter of fact, one of the guests from last month's program, 74-year-old Lorna Gordon, she reached out because we shared a clip of what you shared about the culture passport. Lorna
Yes.
Gordon wants her culture passport.
But
And
of course, she's
yes,
gonna get it.
that's right. So she is gonna be getting her church community involved in
Yes.
this, right, in the Culture Club program.
Excellent. And that is
Yes.
also another program we are happy to promote. And we want more Jamaicans to know that at the JCDC, we're always trying to find avenues, different strategy in how we can preserve who we are as a people. And we have found that the Culture Club program is one that it opens up directly into the community. So we have the schools, a lot of children, the schools have culture club. So the children are very involved. We have been going out into the police youth clubs and any other type of club, church club, and saying to them, your church community can have a culture club where they focus and culture and also get to enter the various JCDC competitions that we have, and we love to highlight too that it gives you an opportunity to participate in the civic and commemorative activities that we also do right throughout the year. So from in May, we are doing Workers' Week. We do a Workers' Week church service and all of that. So we invite people to come to these commemorative activities, know who you are and what it is we're celebrating as Jamaicans, and where the history is coming from and what we keep as important. So through that culture club, you have the organized people. You can take your club members on historical tour or heritage tour and things like that. Just informing and giving all of us the opportunity to understand who we are as a people
That's right.
and why we have this, outstanding brand where everybody say, me a Jamaican, all when they can't speak the patois.
That's
Everybody
right.
wants to
But
be a
what
Jamaican.
exactly does it mean to be a Jamaican? And that's
What
what the
it means.
JCDC is all
Yes.
about. And Ava
Yes.
Tomlinson from over there in Longville Park is saying that she loves JCDC's quality productions.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It,
We work on setting the standard, for the country.
yes. And after the discussion that we had about the Festival Queen, Longville
Mhm.
Park turned out in their numbers. They had about 2 or 3 contestants that entered the JCDC Festival Queen competition in Clarendon, and they
Yeah.
had an entire section for themselves cheering on
Wow.
their people at the
Yes.
right. So they were there live and in living colors celebrating. And the Queen is actually from Longville Park. And I'm
Oh,
almost sure,
excellent.
yes, I'm almost sure there's
And
another
you have to tell them
contestant.
she did excellent at the national
Oh,
finals.
yes. And
Yes,
she has been,
Clarendon.
yes,
I'm trying to remember if she won
for,
talent or
she's
any.
talent. She won
Yes,
talent, right? And
she's a
first,
singer. I remember that.
yes.
She's a singer.
And
Yes,
she has been doing exceptionally well at representing, being the JCDC cultural ambassador for her parish. She
for
has been
her.
present
Yes,
at all
yes,
the civic events to date. And
yes,
we'll be catching up with her in the final episode of the program. We're going to be
yes.
having our youth in action
The
discussion.
youth is.
You don't
Oh
want to miss
wow.
that. We're bringing them back to have that discussion on the 5th Thursday in this month
Yes.
to catch up on what they have been doing, what's going right, and how they can continue to build on what's going right in the parish. Yes, Eva. Yes, y'all did awesome. It was.
Yes, we did it. It was awesome. Wonderful.
Yes, amazing. Right. And to share here too that Sir Broadbow I got a request to connect with Sir Broadbow,
Yes.
right, from Facebook,
Mr.
right, the Facebook
Yes,
community.
Andrew Broadbent, he's our
Yes,
director for arts development and training. That's where everything happens. The
yes,
music, speech, dance, traditional folk form, and drama. Oh, and you
right.
remember that episode where we focus on
Yes,
Fiwi
the way
short
short film.
film? That was an excellent one
That was really
also. We
awesome.
had over 30 entries of people submitting for the first time. Novice, some of them novice, these 5 minutes
Yes.
film. And I mean, I enjoy them so much.
Oh,
And,
yes.
our people are just wonderful. They're talented. We're full of skill in not
Indeed.
just our we are known for, reggae singers and dancers, but all these other
Very diverse.
areas. Yes, the short film festival, it was off the hook. We had at the finals when they were announcing the winners. We had the British consulate there with us. We had
Okay.
the French ambassador. Remember, these are people who produce film, especially the French.
French.
They're always doing all kind of film showcase. So we were excited to have them. They were impressed. And
Awesome.
these short films, they're done in our Jamaican language, patois,
Yes.
normal. And I remember we also had our state minister as guest, and he pointed out, he was so impressed. And he was pointed out that what we need to move, just as they have what they call it, Bollywood or Hollywood
Okay.
from the Indians, and
Nollywood.
even the films from Africa, where We can have the interpretation as we're speaking in Patu and people may, you have the English.
English, right?
That's where we need to go so we can put out our films, and people to
Okay,
enjoy. So we're going somewhere with that.
that's right.
We're going
That's
somewhere.
right. Brand Jamaica, and we own it and brand it.
Yes. Owners and branded.
Yes. All right. Awesome. So we are wrapping 2022, but we are looking forward to 2023 as well. What
Yes.
what should we be planning and preparing for?
Oh,
JCDC.
let me tell you, and it's gonna be a fantastic year because we're just coming out of the exciting Jamaica 60th
Yeah.
or Diamond Jubilee, and JCDC as an organization, we're going into our 60th.
Yeah.
Might I say Diamond Jubilee too, as an organization. So, come next year, we're going to be putting in extra and making it extra special. So we're looking at saying to people, get ready. Get ready for the various competitions that they know us to deliver. Get ready. Start from now. Start planning. You know, these competitions, let me just name them one by
Sure.
one
Go
so
right
people can
ahead.
begin to say where I can fit in. So we're going to begin with a performing arts festival. That performing arts competition festival entails um, music, speech, dance, drama, and the traditional folk form. You can enter in those um, various subjects, and there are various categories in all of them. So we can have solo performances, we can now have group. Remember, we're open, we are still doing the work with all the necessary protocols to ensure that we keep safe, but we're open for the group performances. So in all the areas, and the traditional folk form, they are mainly group competitions. So those are coming back with a bang this year. So that's the performing arts. And another thing to note is that we are opening back to the face to face. So competitions are going to be held in the parishes at the parish level, and then the winners, we move them to the national levels. So performing arts, we will then roll out also, remember, our Miss Jamaica Festival Queen competition. That's open to young ladies 18 to 25 years old. Get ready. What is critical for that competition? You need to be someone who is active in your community. You're very involved. That will give you additional oomph in the competition. We ask that you be talented also, and talent, don't get scared. At the JCDC, remember what we do. Once you enter, we help, we train. So, lots of time the young ladies love to say, but I can't sing, or I can't dance, what is the skill you have? We will help you. We will take you, because it's really the performing skill that you need to use in the Festival Queen competition. But don't fear, even if you can't sing, we assist you in some other area. There is the what is very popular, dramatic presentation, the speech presentation. So you can't sing, you can't dance, you definitely can speak, and we put you in and do the training to help you along. So, Festival Queen, open to 18 to 25 years old young lady. And when we are talking about the Jamaican woman, all right? So, you just have to fit that age and get in and get. It's a platform that allows our young women to be leaders And that is why I also emphasize that get involved in your community, be participating, helping, so you can show that you can be a good cultural ambassador. Then there is the very famous or festival song competition. That is an original song. You have to come up. So all the writers, look here, in Jamaica, we have more singers and DJs and all of that. Everybody lyrically rich. So here is another competition that can allow the writers and the singers to come out. It's original. You have to have original music for the festival song. You know, in the last couple of years, we've been having some very famous. So you too, we have those out there who are popular, well known. We encourage you to enter our festival song competition. Also, we've had Buju Banton. I remember Statius, you know, one year, and I got up and I was jumping and dancing. The woman can do well too in festival song. That's open to adults 18 and older. Then we have our gospel competition, gospel song competition. We've rebranded that competition and it's called our Gospel Star competition. No, you don't have to have an original song to enter the Gospel Star competition. But what it is, what we focus on is you got to be a good performer. You have to be able to win people over. So those who have been performing on the gospel landscape and you've been going around, this is your opportunity to enter the JCDC. So we say, get ready. You don't have to have an original song this time around. You can use any popular song, Jamaican song, and so on, but you must be able to perform, to capture the audience. That's a competition also that is open to adults only, 18 years and over. This year, we're also presenting the culinary arts. You just heard from Chef Brown, the culinary arts competition that is open to all Jamaicans. For the children, I believe they begin at age 9, so you can enter from that age upwards. And we will be having, you can check our website for our handbooks that generally give you the details of how you can enter. So there will be culinary arts competition. There will be the creative writing again competition. There will be the FIWI short film competition. So get ready out there. 5 minutes. You have to come up with a dynamic. And what they do for that, Mrs. Witter, for the FIWI Short Film Festival is use a Jamaican saying.
Yes.
So, you know, Brother Nancy said this or some famous popular saying, and you have to build your film around that. All right, so that's exciting. And I think I have covered all the areas that for competition. This year, we are working, well, come 2023, we are working on seeing if we can bring back, we know we had like a popular competition called the Big Stage and the World Reggae Dance. We are presently working on those to see how we can bring them back after all of the, you know, the pandemic, because these are group competitions and we're trying our best now to see how we can bring them back in the fold. But that's where the focus is. And we're just saying to everyone, get ready, because it's gonna be a special year in which you can enter the competition. Special prizes for 2023.
All right. Here is your specialist reminding us that the culinary arts is from age 12 and upwards.
12. 12 and upward. Thanks for that correction there. 12 and upward. You see, this
Right.
little brain, we try to keep everything in there, you know.
That's
Yes.
why we have a team with us to provide
Yes.
the support. Right. And they we don't want to forget the popular song competition, because after what happened this year, we want to make sure that the entries come in early. So
Yes, yes. I believe they will. Because
yeah,
we're open up now, you know, no, we're not restrained. So more persons can become a part. And we are given the notice early.
right.
So people can begin from now, start to think, what is it I'm going to do? You know, the song I'm going to write. So we are starting out early to just notify everyone. Get ready for the 2023 competitions at JCDC.
That's right. All right. And we can't go without hearing the a Christmas greeting from the JCDC. We have some viewers who have been with us from the beginning of the Culture Corner.
That's excellent.
Yes, Eva Tomlinson has been with us. Regrettably, we lost one of our cheerleaders,
Mhm.
Anne-Marie Golding McGlegon from over there in Longville Park. She went home to be with her savior a couple of weeks ago. She would be on every Thursday, always here, the first to connect sometimes, learning and excited about what's happening and the information being shared and how she can help her community at church. And she was also interested in starting the culture club the very first time she heard about culture club. So I'll see how best I can make that happen in memory of her at her local
Yes.
congregation.
And condolences to her family and
Indeed.
friends. And yes, we will work with you with that to have that culture
Yes.
club established in that community.
Right. All right. Amazing. So I will give you the platform so you can bring greetings from the JCDC
Oh,
family.
you want to rival greetings across Jamaica? We're going to have to
This
do that.
Culture Corner greetings.
Yes, Culture Corner greetings. Well, you know, on behalf of the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, it is my absolute pleasure to just thank everyone that has supported the work at the JCDC, those who have participated, all our participants in all our competitions. We want to thank you, and we want you the coming year to share with your family, neighbors, friends. Let them know the benefits of just participating at the JCDC and bring them along so we can have more of us Jamaicans helping to preserve our culture. So, on behalf of all of us at the JCDC, we want to thank Jamaica. Thank you for the support you have given throughout the celebrations, the Jamaica 60 celebration, coming out in your numbers, you know, supporting, participating. To the diaspora, you know, we had, when we, all our events were live streamed, and we had, wow, thousands of persons in the diaspora supporting. So we want to thank you. Thank you for that. And just to say, come next year, knowing that it will also be a special celebratory year with the JCDC as an agency celebrating 60th. Come out in your numbers and support and participate, you know, in the competitions. So thank you. Thank you, Jamaica, from all of us at the JCDC.
Awesome. And thank you, Lady Layden Curtin, for sharing space and facilitating the monthly discussions. Thanks to Neveline Williamson. Oh Lord, who helps too, because I know that we all couldn't do it on our own. It takes
Definitely not.
work.
Yes, thank you to the team
Yes,
that has,
teamwork.
worked so hard at the
Yes,
JCDC, or marketing department, or public relations officer, as you have named,
right.
Miss Neveline Williams, who we charged in making
Yes,
sure we had good content, for these special first Thursday Culture Corner. She did a great job. So we do thank the team. And all my team members at JCDC, we have our events management and production unit. That unit, they prepare and present all these events, and
yes.
activities with the support of as many other staff members. So that is why it's so hard to pick out. But we really do thank
Yes.
the events management and production, the parish network.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have to thank all our managers and administrators, records officer, cultural organizers who help to keep the parishes moving and working and going out into the nook and crannies, as we say, of the country,
Yes.
and being able to help to find the Jamaican with their special talent, and also to help us to build our awareness, and to, there's that word I'm looking for, where you maintain your culture,
Reserve.
preserve it, to preserve that culture. We want to thank the parish network and the supporting um, teams that we have at the head office, or human resource department, or corporate services department. These are the supporting arms that make sure all of what we're doing, the persons who go out to do the physical, things, that we are taken care of. And they have done a good job, because we're all
Indeed.
still standing. um, yes, last year we lost a team member to COVID.
Oh,
That, was one of the most unfortunate things for us at the JCDC. We lost one of our team members to COVID.
condolences to the family.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes.
Her
Have we?
name, Miss Jermaine Raymond.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Jermaine Raymond. So may the Lord continue to bless her soul and the families. Keep them strength.
Right, indeed. And of course, we want to thank all the guests who have been on, from the directors to the different specialists in the different areas. Thank you so much. It has been an awesome series to date, and I have enjoyed every bit of it. I've learned so much more about the JCDC, and I'm sure others have learned a lot as well. Not only here in Jamaica, but we have had a lot
Welcome.
of viewers from the diaspora who have connected with us from Trinidad, from in Florida, different locations, and we are grateful for the support and the for those of you who have been sharing. We do appreciate it. Continue to share. The beauty about it is that the playlist is there. So when you get some downtime, you can go back and check out what you have missed. We have done some nice clips that are on the social media platforms
Yes.
between Serenity Resource Connector and the JCDC, and you can find them there: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Take a look at those and share it with others so they too can learn some more as we seek to preserve our culture. Thanks again, Lady Legal.
Always my pleasure. Always my pleasure. And thank you too,
Happy
once again.
holidays.
We're
Yes.
going into 2023 with the partnership, you know. So come
That's right.
January, more
That's
of the
right.
JCDC.
Yeah, so we are going to be in preparation mode for the new season.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Thank you
We're
so
right there
much.
with you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you again, Vernon. All right. I've gone back to Vernon at this time of the
Oh,
year.
yes. It's okay. It's right there. They're seeing the curtain, the new name.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. And I would love, yes, to just before you go, to wish everyone a merry, happy, Bunununus Christmas.
That's right.
Yes, from the JCDC as we
Awesome.
go into that season. And I would like to put a plug in also because we have an endorsed program um, in December. I believe the date is December 22nd. We will be having a Jonkono Road March and party. I'm happy I remember that to share in Kingston. So look out for that and be a part of that celebration because you know John Kuno is special to the Christmas time.
Okay. All right. There you have it. All right. Thank you again, Lady Curtin. All right.
Right, thanks.
Okay. All right. And just before we wrap here, just to let you know that we launched today the Clarendon Business Network. There is an Instagram page, and I'd love for you to share with all the business people in your community, all the Clarendon business interests that you have in your contacts, in your network, share with them. Go to the Instagram page, Clarendon Business Network, and connect with us there. We are on a mission to connect all the businesses across Clarendon because we have some exciting things that we need to get done as we prepare to take advantage of the myriads of opportunities that are right there in Clarendon. So be sure to share that, share the information on the YouTube community page as well, so you can share with those in your community. Once you own a business in Clarendon, be a part of that network and stay tuned as we build out this platform. Exciting things ahead, and we look forward to doing this with you. This is a partnership between the Mapen Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Clarendon Parish Development Committee. Always great to have all those awesome collaborations. So thank you again for making it Culture Corner for these past 8 months. And this is a wrap on Culture Corner for this season on the Serenity Resource Connector. Bless
Excuse me.
you, and you continue to stay.
Excuse me.
Okay, bless you.